and the ancestors are looking out for us. God haze is exposing them, man.
Okay, you see that chair right there? See how big it is?
Yeah.
Now look at the Pope chair under it. Scroll down, look at the Pope chair under it.
Never have it been made so clear.
Young TV. Young.
We running the game right now.
Young TV.
Time to take over.
Young
We the hottest in the game. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you're just not tuned in.
TV.
Share, like on your Instagram, Facebook.
Young TV.
If you're tuned in, we broadcasting live from 2030, baby.
Young TV. Young
Taking over the game, baby. Oh yeah.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Young TV.
Get them likes up in the air, you heard me?
Young TV.
Ride by. Hotel Islam.
Young TV.
Assalamu alaikum. Salam alaikum.
Young
Peace unto
TV.
you. Hit that like.
The Pentagon's expert warning about a possible mothership coming close to Earth. It may sound straight out of a movie, but the Pentagon and a Harvard scientist have collaborated on a new draft report questioning if we're alone in the universe and whether we've already seen evidence of life beyond Earth.
Because it has anomalies. It moves on a trajectory that is very unusual. It is aligned with the orbit of the Earth around the Sun, and it will get extremely close to the inner planets like, for example, Jupiter, Mars, or Venus. It will arrive closest to the Sun when the Earth is on the opposite side. Because we can't launch any rocket from Earth that would intercept this object. It's moving too fast relative to Earth in the opposite direction of the motion of Earth around the Sun.
You wrote that if this three-eye atlas is a technological artifact, it could be
A 12-mile-long mothership is heading toward Earth. And no, this isn't a conspiracy. It's based on a real scientific paper linked to Harvard. Scientists recently detected a strange object in deep space. They call it 3-eye.
All right, y'all. Can you hear me? Mic check 1 2. Yo, can you hear me? Hey, y'all, can y'all hear me in the crowd, man? I can't see the mic. Mic check. Hey, man, check this. Yo, man, that 12-mile mothership. Come on, man. Look, when have they ever told us something was coming towards Earth? You know how many motherships that came by Earth? You know how many motherships that came by Earth in the last 10 years that they know about? And now all of a sudden they're going to tell you about some 12 mile. Come on, man. They full of crap. They full of crap, man. They ain't going to tell you about nothing that's important. Only way they're telling you about this is they up to something. What are they up to? You want me to tell you what they up to? You want me to tell you what they up to, y'all? They up to Project Bluebeam. They gonna spin this, say, oh yeah, the 12-mile mothership pulled up and aliens came off and they started getting everybody booty and they're taking folks' money and stuff. Ooh. Yeah. They gonna play it all over the news. It's gonna be some dang on holograms. Or hybrid aliens that they created from taking DNA off of EBE1 J-Rod, when they was acting like they was helping them, and they was stealing his DNA so they can make clones. Yeah, they gonna come down. Yeah, why would they? They ain't never told us about no mother. Come on, man. Look, you know how many motherships that came towards Earth, and then they say, oh, a comet. It wasn't no mothership. There was a comet. Yeah, comets don't burn green, and they talking about, oh, that's a comet called called a Pappas, 2001. That's a comet. And they knew it was a ship. They ain't never told us that no ship was coming, man. Come on, man. And then Pentagon getting in on it, you already know. These people are against us. They ain't gonna tell us nothing that'll help us. Some people, hey, crazy. Some people saying that it's a some artificial intelligence drone, right? Man, look, this thing they telling you is being on the way here. They've been tracking it for a minute. Now look at this, but they gonna try to spin it, and it look like what it looked like is based on what I've seen. It looked like a reptilian ship because they hollow out these asteroids and turn them into ships. So it look like a big dookie log. That's what it looked like. But like I said, them guys don't got no power like that. But and them guys ain't coming here probably even jack around in this galaxy, especially not with Nubaru sitting up there. They'd be crazy. The reptilians coming to do anybody coming to do anything that ain't authorized gotta be out of their mind to come up there in this at this time when the solar system up for judgment. So why would the Pentagon come selling you a 12-mile mothership when they ain't told you when they telling you about they don't even want to tell you about the extraterrestrials that they got that they've been shooting down. I mean the whole list. So this is a spin. They already been practicing what somebody just said in the chat just a minute ago. They already put the military drones up in what that was in New Jersey, Operation McGuire. We already cracked that. They had to take that down, putting all these drones using the it's the anti-gravity. It's another type of technology they got that what the drones fly off of. It says they know how to use the grid, but they come down with any slot malfunction. Look at this. So ask yourself this: when have the Pentagon ever came out and told you anything about something coming towards Earth? Ever? Meteorite? They don't even tell us when the meteorite's about to hit, unless you are a part of this certain community that look into that. And they got a public community they look into meteorites coming, but I'm saying the government don't tell us nothing unless you go looking into it. So yeah, mothership my behind. They gonna try to get that joint here. Oh, it's gonna be pulling up in November, cause in December or whatever. Cause that's the best time when they Project Bluebeam. In the winter time is when they beams work better. They work better in the cold. Some strength because they laser beams. These Project Bluebeam work better in the cold. So they go, yeah, when they're gonna say the 12-male mothership has arrived. Oh, they gonna probably pull out. You remember that movie Mars Attack, where they had somebody out there with a microphone saying, "Oh, they have arrived. They are landing. Oh, they're coming off the ship. Oh, he grabs the guy. He's taking the guy's booty. Oh my God, they're attacking. They're gonna try to make everybody panic. These people, man, these people just don't give up, do it. They ain't never told us about nobody coming. Come on, man. Yeah, you already know this. It's a big game, man. Sell us something else. We are okay. You got the 12-mile mothership coming. All right, tell us about them reverse engineered crafts you got at Area S4. Tell us about that. The 9 crafts Bob Lazar was talking about before you ran him off the road and tried to kill him. Yeah, tell us about that. Tell us about Eisenhower shaking hands with the Grays at what Air Force Base was it? not Dorsey. They had a meeting at Dorsey too, but it was another one. They had a base. I mean, somebody drop it in the chat. Tell us about Eisenhower. Show us that video of Eisenhower shaking hand with the Grays. The market, but yeah, show us that. We don't want to hear no about no 12 mile mothership. Show us the interview you got with the Grays at the S4. Show us that. Show us the real interview, not the fake one that you made and gave out to try to lead us down the wrong energy. In the 12 mile mothership, the 12 miles of money. 12 miles of money. That's my first time hearing about that. Yeah, but this is what I say about the 12 mile money. It's if the Pentagon selling the tools like they selling it, it's crap. It's crap. It's a hidden agenda behind it. I think the hidden agenda is to run the Project Boom. Faking alien. They been had that on the table, faking an alien invasion. They had already got a couple crafts, like I told you on the UFO tape that I had just did a couple days ago, and they already got some hybrid clones, grays that they didn't already created. A couple of them too, to fly their little ships and make it look like. And they got the Project Bluebeam, the high powered holograms. They already people was using the Tupacs and all that holograms. They had Easy E on stage, a couple more other people. Half of the time when you looking at TV, it's AI and hologram. Look, the AI you got, they AI is about 10 to 15 years ahead. The government's AI is about 10 to 15 years ahead of yours. So whatever you could generate on AI thing, you think that look cold, the government can do something 10 times colder than that. So you might be watching TV and you think it's Donald Trump up there talking, and it's the AI. They the AI the whole thing. Them people don't. You ain't got to do nothing no more. Everything you can AI everything now. You don't got to. They can AI the whole State of the Union speech with Donald Trump talking. They already did it. I'm telling you, man. So it's like, and then you don't. So you got to be. It's hard to tell. Like sometimes you can tell though, if you got the eye, you could tell what's AI and what's not. But some of it, they doing so much AI, and then mixed with the real to distract us. See what I'm saying when they're talking about generating these these scenes. Some of you can just tell is AI because they do stuff that anything is possible, but they doing stuff that man, you can see that they screenshotted that. Some people just do some weird stuff to get plays, but it's like this. That don't believe the hype. We don't care nothing about that 12 mile mothership, right? Tell us about the Stargate down at the Cheyenne complex. Tell us about what's going on in Antarctica with your little base down there. Tell us about that. We don't want to hear about no. Yeah, tell us about what's going on right here. What you got going on here? Somebody said they're not gods, they're Dragonian reptilians. Yeah, the Dragon reptilians ain't gods. But if they'll be your god if you let them, though. And then they'll roast you over the fire and then get a couple of slices off of you with a little. They make sure they season you up, though. They don't roast you over the fire. They just really, what I mean when I say roast you over the fire, they really just scare you up real good till you real scared and adrenaline pumping through your veins. Then they bite right down into you. They want the blood oozing all into their mouth. Hey, go watch a video I put out called Reptilians Hidden in Plain Sight in the different extraterrestrial playlists. And I got a video on there where it show you that these reptilians here on Earth that shade shift every couple they do it every month. They gotta have a ritual every certain amount of days to stay in human form. They gotta eat blood and eat flesh. So they have ritual. It's a lady named Arizona Wilder that came out talking about this. Go look up a lady named Arizona Wilder. Right, we got videos on her too. I think we got her talking in the Reptilian tape too. But she talk about the queen, all them going to these parties and these hunting games, and they got these. They buy these bases like Tyler Perry bases, and then it's like private bases, own bases, and they go on there and they release children and they hunt them, and then they scare them up and eat them. I got a video of it, like I say, of them chasing this dude, and the dude had a AK-40. No, he had a M16 automatic weapon, and he was shooting these things after they shade shift, and the bullets wouldn't even penetrate them. That's why they selling you these guns. The guns that you got, they ain't gonna even penetrate these reptilians. I'm telling you, the ones that's walking around in human form, but they can, but they ain't gonna be able to hold they. See, what's gonna happen is they ain't gonna be able to hold a form like that when the frequencies start hitting the planet. See, they know they brainwave can assimilate the frequency on the planet, so they're able to blend in with the humans. But once that frequency change to the human resonation and they go too high, they ain't gonna be able to hold a form. They're gonna have to do too many do rituals more frequently, every 3 days instead of every 30 days. So if more blood, it gotta be more blood shit. That's what the dude was just talking about on the Hell tape, right? So it's this movie called, you can watch on this movie called Odd Thomas. Like, watch this movie called Odd Thomas, where you talk about, where in this movie they show you how these beings, these demons, these gargoyles or whatever, that they some ugly beings. There was different ones, deformed, just how they explain, right? And but they gather around when it's about to be a mass slaughtering, bloodshed, and they eat that energy, right? So, but like I say, it's different types of beings. But the Dragon reptilians, the ones that eat humans, and they pretty much, they don't really like humans. They hate humans. They say humans stink, and they stink. If you smell them, they smell like deer urine. Urine. That's what they smell like to me. Deer urine. You would smell deer. You know how you get some old deer urine and then put it out to attract the other deers. That's how it's, but it's real like like then it's got like a hive. They got like a hive smell on them too, like a hive. You gotta know how a hive smell, like a chicken coop, like chickens. They smell like chicken too. These ones, they real ugly, real big, muscular, tall. Some can get tall, and we see them in New Orleans, especially during the time of Katrina. People were seeing them. I got a video called Close Encounter with the Reptilians. Go watch that video where I play people telling their story on was what his one man said the reptilian chased him home from work one day to his apartment complex trying to eat him. A long time ago, when I was a kid, a reptilian chased me out of my house all the way to my auntie house. And then when I got to my auntie house, I was beating on her back door. She let me in. I said, "Oh, a reptilian was chasing me," but I didn't know what it was. I just said it was a reptilian man. The reptilian man was chasing me. Right? I'm telling you, man. So these people really exist. The shaggy people, all them people really exist. And they can come, they interdimensional beings, some of them, and they can come in and out of this. Most of them are the ones that come to try to eat you or scare you. They demons. They what you Christians or you religious people would call demons. Oh, my auntie called my mama around now. My mama and my matter of fact, man, I'm telling you, I swear to God, I can get my auntie to tell you this. And then my stepdad and my mom, stepdad came around there with a bat, right? And when he came around with the bat, right, I said, man, that bat ain't gonna do nothing to what I seen. That bat, he gonna take that bat, he'll take that bat and just break it in half, break it with his teeth. That little bat that he had, I said, man, that bat ain't gonna do nothing to what was chasing me. You should have bought a gun. And I was young then. I probably was like in the sixth grade, sixth or seventh grade. Then I'm telling you, man. And that ain't the first time they tried to get at me. That was the first. Well, that was the first time they tried to get at me. The next time they tried to get at me is when I was driving home from work one day in a rental car. It was pouring down, raining real hard, real hard. You couldn't even see in front of you, right? Everybody was pulling over. So I was driving real slow, right? But slow is like 40 miles an hour, right? But the thing jumped in the car, grabbed my steering wheel, and started pulling it. And then so the car spun around, and I almost spin into a diesel truck. But look, as soon as my car, like I'm going down on Interstate 20, I'm going like this way, right? The thing jump in the car, grab my steering wheel, my car spin around, right? Onto the other side. It spin around to the other side of the freeway where the diesel trucks was coming, right? Where they was going the opposite way. And my car landed like in the middle of the road, and the diesel truck was coming. Then a gust of wind hit my car, spent it back around to the other side, going back the way I was going. And the car didn't have a scratch on it. The car didn't have a scratch on that sucker, dog. It was pouring down, raining, dog. I'm telling you, man. And the thing jumped back out my car, right? When the gust of wind hit my car, the thing jumped out. So whatever that was that I'm telling you, hit my car, and it spent back to the other side. That happened. Well, matter of fact, that's like the third time they came. It was a time before that. After they chased me that day, another time they tried to drown me in the pool. All right, so this how I know they can shade shift, right? So I lived in this apartment complex called Kings Manor Apartments, right? And I had a homeboy that lived upstairs, right? And so we used to go swimming together in the apartment complex. So one day he came and got me to go swimming. It was like on Saturday. We went swimming, right? And was out there swimming, and then he jumped. Well, he kept on trying to get me to the deep end. He got me to the deep end, and then he jumped on my neck, like he was on my neck. And he wouldn't let me come up. He was trying to drown me. And I was like, man, why are you trying to drown me? I'm jumping up, trying to grab her breath. I'm like, man, y'all don't see this dude on me. Like, get off me. So if I wrestled with him and I couldn't get him off my neck, and then a gust of wind hit him, boom, knocked him off my neck. I was able to climb out. I got mad. I was like, man, this dude trying to, like, what the heck wrong with this dude trying to drown me, right? So I go home. I was mad. I went home, cooled off for a second. Then I went out back. I wanted to get rough with him. So I thought he was at the house. So I went up, knocked on his door, right? And I knew his mama because I go up there and play the game with him all the time. This is my homeboy, right? And I say, yeah, so-and-so, where's he at? You know, he tried to, he was trying to drown me. She say, well, he ain't here. He left with his daddy on Friday after school. When he came, his dad picked him up after school on Friday. He wasn't even there. So these reptilians, they can look like one of your peoples, like your friend. They can shade shift to look like somebody in your family or somebody you deal with on a day-to-day basis. And they show you that in the X-Men movie, right? Where a person can touch a person, and it's a race of extraterrestrials or reptilians that can touch, and they live in the center of the earth. These beings, some of them, they disagreeable, and they are spin off of the Nagas, but they humanoids. They eventually they mix with the Hindu beings. Some of them, but they can come to the surface and touch people or see somebody and then clone them, like make themselves look identical to them. I'm telling you, man, and mimic their voice and everything. It's humans that got the trait that's using it. Just Google people mimicking people that can. It's one dude. He could clone Denzel. Everybody. He could talk just like Denzel. He could talk just like I forget his name. I'll think of his name in a minute. It's a whole bunch of them. They can do it though. They can mimic these people. But that's a form of it. That's a form of it. When you can clone somebody's voice, and then you can reenact them and sound like them, and it's like they joking about it, but it's really actually a extraterrestrial trait where you can clone somebody's voice and clone and pretty much act like they act. A lot of y'all, some of y'all got that trait, and you do it. You could do it. especially if you practice it all the time. See, that dude that's doing it where he doing all of them, doing Denzel and Will Smith. I think he doing Will Smith one. He doing like just like the people, and he developed it because he practiced on it. Like some of y'all got that skill, you just don't practice on it. You got some of y'all got extraterrestrial traits, you just don't practice them all the time to activate them and keep and like make them stronger, make your power stronger. See, look, we ain't the X-Men, but they named the movie X-Men, like Malcolm X, right? Because X represents the unknown. But you know who we are? We are the Sea Man. Hear it? The Sea Man. Hear it? Yeah, the know most. Those who claim to know the most. The Sea Man. The know most. I'm telling you, man, but we got reptilian in us too. That's the know most. That's the tadpole. That's the Sea Man. See, we the Sea Mans. We a part of the B team though. Right? We're part of the B team. The Sea Man's part of the B team. Cause we ain't A1 sauce. We want to be one with the sauce. We want to be one with the sauce. We don't want to be A1 sauce. Individuals. Yeah, but it's certain y'all. Some of y'all got them extraterrestrials in your bloodline, so that's why these people can mimic people like that. But if they really keep focusing and honing on to that talent, they're gonna eventually be able to actually start looking like them when they actually start talking like them and reenacting them. They're gonna actually be able to look like them too. But so it's extraterrestrials, they can go into the full aspect of the cloning of a person, like mimicking a person. It's certain extraterrestrials they could do that. I'm telling you, man. And so the 12-mile mothership, like I say, if you're just not coming in, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, the 12-mile mothership is game to me. The Pentagon ain't never told us nothing about no extraterrestrial business. And they even still saying the 1947 Roswell. Oh, you talking about that? We already told you that was a weather balloon. Yeah, okay, hi. Yeah. They still talking about the 1947 Roswell crash was a weather balloon. Man, they ain't came out clean on that shit. You know what I'm saying? How they gonna come out clean telling you about, and then you gonna trust something that Harvard telling you where the skull and bones go set up it? We don't trust nothing that come out of Harvard. I'm telling you. They subject to be skull and bones. Yeah, that's Wu Sabat. We trying to get to Wu Sabat. Yeah, Wu Sabat mean you came to a point where you know it all. And you know what that mean? You don't need to know nothing else. See, when you think you know it all, that means you don't need to know nothing else. And you know what the universe will do for you? It'll cut your water right off. You'll have no more information. You'll be still stuck talking about the same thing over and over again. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. It's a you don't know nothing. That's what the wise man know. So, like I say, don't believe the hype. Yeah, come on, tell the 12-mile. If they worried about it, then they must come in to get rid of them. Look, if the Pentagon worried about a 12-mile mothership so bad, where they got to tell us about it, because they ain't told us about nothing else. None of the other 10,000 motherships that came. So they wanted to talk, and they ain't told us about the one next to Saturn that been there for a while. So they want to worry about a 12-mile mothership coming. They so, ooh, you got to be scared. Then y'all let the Pentagon be scared, because they must come in. Whoever these guys is, they must come in to get rid of they behind. And now that sound like they might be the Najarus, because the Najarus ride because the ship they showed us, but you know how they do. They could be the Najarus. They drive cigar-shaped ships, and they told the government they had to stop using nuclear weapons a while back. So if the government's scared enough to tell us, then yeah, tell them to pull up. They should have been pulled up. It taking them that long to pull up in a mothership? You know what I'm saying? They must have got nothing like we got, because it went. If you seeing them pull up, they would have already pulled up already if they was down with us. If they had if technology we got. Yeah, the Pentagon telling you about it, man. Come on, man. Come on now. All the stuff they could have been told you about. Why they ain't tell you about Hitler was getting booty with the ass shot command? Why they ain't put all it out? The Project Paperclip. They still ain't told you they faked the moon landing. They still talking about nah, we really went to the moon. Yeah, they did really go to the moon, but they ain't telling you the way they went. They went with the Hitler crabs. They ain't go with no nuclear bomb. They ain't riding no nuclear bomb to the moon. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, Hitler. Jake's a snake. You don't know about Hitler? Hitler and Ashtar Command. And the Great White Brotherhood. That's what they call it. Go look up the Great White Brotherhood. They call themselves the Galactic Federation of Light. These guys. And it's guys out here that really think Ashtar Command is good guys. It's tricky with Ashtar Command. They might be helping you out at 1 minute and then selling you out the next. I'm telling you. What who doing? Ashtar Command? Ashtar Command gave a whole bunch of stuff to your government, like the credit card system. And the government said, oh no, we ain't gonna use that. And then they used it. They started converting all things. The Ashtar Command is the one that introduced the credit card system to your government. And that's who put it over to the planet. Because they got the same thing on they call it the Nessera. Go look up the Nessera plan. The Nessera plan is Ashtar Command. The solar dimensions. The solar dimensions. What do you mean by that? Like the sun starts in the 6th dimension. I think you're talking about light beams, right? You're talking about light beams, overworld. The light beam ETs. They exist on all realms. They exist in this realm too. You can see them sometimes when you get dizzy and you see little lights floating around. You call them electrons, atoms. Those are beings as well. Electrons and protons are beings. The protons are what you call seraphims. They get all walled down to the mic, because it's a micro kingdom. Go watch a movie called Man in Black Part 1, where they tell you the galaxy is on Orion's neck. And how small is that galaxy? And how then think about how big is really a galaxy. A galaxy is hundreds of thousands of light years in diameter. So imagine if 100,000 light years could be on a small necklace for certain beings. Imagine it's really 100,000 light years is a necklace for the being you calling God. It's only you on his necklace and his chain, like on Orion's neck. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if you were on God's necklace and his chain. I'm telling you. So what if you micro? Well, if you on a microcosm, you looking at an ant like, oh yeah, he on a micro. But what if you on a microcosmic compared to another level of beings? And you find that out when you pass to the next level. You find out, dang, this thing is big, but you feel the connection. You feel how big it is, but you feel a part of it, a part of all of it at the same time, though. You feel small, but you feel big at the same time. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm telling you, man. So we ain't letting them pull no. Tell her that 12-mile mothership and need to put the pedal to the metal. If the Pentagon mad about it. Go on, tell them to pull up. Pull up. We've been waiting for a while, man. Maybe Jesus or somebody on this ship for the crib. Somebody, whoever got them scared, tell them to go and pull up. Big Debo. These guys on this ship must be Big Debo if the Pentagon telling everybody about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. Oh, Debo coming, tuck your chain in. It's like they saying, Debo coming, tuck your chain in. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, here come Debo. Everybody took their chain, they hide their chains, put stuff up under the chairs. They hide nuclear weapons under the table. Oh, we gotta hide that nuclear weapon over there. Debo coming. Debo gonna want to take our nuclear weapons. Man, come on, man. We are going, hey, they can run. Hey, now they finna run something else. Watch. After now, I done did this tape. You ain't gonna hit. They gonna the 12-mile mothership thing gonna die down now. They gonna say, oh, they know what we up to. We got to come up with something else. I'm telling you, man. Every time they watch us more than y'all watch us. Hey, look, you gonna watch this tape, right? But they gonna watch this tape 10 times, dissected and everything. The government, right? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. They finna try something else now. Oh, they know that the mothership, that Dookie turd, that 12-mile Dookie turd that was on the way to Earth, we can't sail into them no more, man. They don't believe it. We got to come up with something else. Yeah. Man, most of the aliens, they down with us, except the Dragons, reptilians. And if the Pentagon, if they was on the way, the government wouldn't be telling us about them. They down with them for the most part. Yeah, man. They don't like they telling us like, oh, Big Devo coming. Tuck your chain in. And then you got another guy in the Pentagon say, I'm just gonna tuck mine in. I'm just gonna tuck my little nuclear weapon in because he got like a little somebody over in Iraq. He got like a little small joint. So I'm just gonna tuck mine underground or something. Debo gonna come back and take that too. Man, my grandma, man, we been working about 50 years on them nuclear weapons. They just come take them. They just come pull up right and they gonna disappear right out of the right out of the silo. Who are these guys? These guys are your end, our beginning. These guys are your end, our beginning. Because if you telling us about them, why they ain't told us about Nubaru up there? Why they ain't tell us about the thousands of crafts every day flying right that they trying to shoot down? They up there all day trying to shoot craft down, man. Man, at least 20 hours a day, they up there trying to shoot a UFO down. Why they ain't told you that? But they telling you about some 12-mile mothership that look like a Dookie turd on the way to Earth. Come on, man. Come on, bro. They finna realize? They finna realize that people are way smarter than they used to be. Like the mass alertness is moving so fast. The Schumann resonance is coming in so fast. The intelligence level and common sense level on the planet is coming out right now. I mean, like it's going up. Is the intelligence level of just saying people are saying, man, that you know what that's full of crap. That's full of crap. So yeah, tell us something else. Tell us about James Forrester, who you threw out the hospital window because he was about to get ready to come tell y'all was working with the get booty with the Grays. He was about to come tell y'all the government was getting booty with the Grays. So y'all threw James Forrester out the window. They say, oh yeah, well he threw. They say he felt sad about himself, so he threw himself out of a 12-story window. You know what I'm saying? He threw himself right after two guys in all black suits leave his room. He threw himself out the window while they was in the room with him. Man, these people. Yeah, tell us about James Forrester. Don't tell us about no 12-mile mothership, Pentagon. Go dig that up. Right? You know what else you can tell us about? Tell us about the Watergate scandal. Tell us that. Oh, they say, oh yeah, well, we for the start messing up his feed. Now he talking too much. Tell us about the Watergate scandal. Right? Tell us about Cocaine Bill. Tell us about Cocaine Bill out of Arkansas, who you made the president. Right? I'm telling you, man. Tell us through all that. Why we got to know about some guys? Why you got to tell us about Big Debo on the way to Earth? I'm telling you, man. Tell us about the Ark of the Covenant, which you had over at S4, and y'all thought it wasn't nothing until some guy came up with that one of them nuclear radiator reader things, and it went off the charts when he got over. They said, "Oh, this is some kind of alien device," and then they said, "Oh, well, it's more than one of these." And they saying that, "Oh, well, the real original Israelites had this thing," and the original Israelites, the people that we see carrying this thing on the wall, they look like the Afar people, because the Afar are the real Israelites. That's why. Maybe talk too much now. The real people of Pakistan are the Afar people. That was ancient Kemet at one point. And half of you people got them in your blood over here. That's why you can get the waves. That's why you can get the 360 waves. Because man, I'm gonna tell you what they doing. If they tell us about this, they either try to pull the Project Blue Beam off with the alien invasion, or they telling us this so they can steal our energy to help them get out of whatever trouble they in with these guys that's coming. See, these might be some guys they owe. These guys might have came. They know who these guys are. They may owe these guys some money, and they say, "Oh well, these guys coming to collect. Y'all, hey, help us out, man. We gonna need some gold to pay these guys, or whatever they gonna need to pay Big Debo." And they want to get everybody involved in their problem. No, don't you ain't never want to get us involved in then all the other extraterrestrial stuff you got going. Why all of a sudden now you want to tell us about some 12-mile mothership? You ain't never wanted us never other time you want to get the public involved. I'm telling you, man. Name one time when they wanted to get the public involved in something coming from outer space. It was always top secret and black this and cover up this and black out that and lock seal this for 25 years and whack that guy, Phil Snyder. Whack that guy because he's talking about the underground bases that we were setting up. Phil Snyder. Oh yeah, we got you there, Pat. Get rid of that guy. Run Bob Lazarus off the road. Bob Lazar. Run Bob Lazar. I said Lazarus, right? Because that ties in with Lazarus raising from the dead, right? But Bob Lazar, run him off the road. Silence him. Tell us about Bob Lazar, man. We don't want to hear him. Tell us about EBE1 at Los Alamos and at S4. Giving y'all, what technology did he give y'all? Tell us that. I'm telling you, man. Tell us about the graves that cut off Phil Snyder's hand. What kind of device was that he used? What kind of device was it that grave that when he raised his hand, when Phil Snyder said he went, y'all sent them down there to dig using them train machines that y'all revamped from extraterrestrials, because y'all found some of these old Anunnaki train drillers, underground drilling trains, and y'all made y'all own in Arkansas, and y'all took that joint and went digging underground and Phil down in New Mexico and Phil Snyder. We got that tape in the files, man. Phil Snyder talking about how they got in. They got down there and got into a gun battle with the Grays, and they lost. The Greys had some more powerful stuff. The Greys had laser weapons. And Phil Snyder showed his fingers where they cut off it. And then he's no longer with us. And they tried to end him several times before they was able to end him. Tell us about Bill Cooper, who you set up he set up young people. They set up young people to get him outside of his house so they could shoot him. Yeah, they had some young people parked down the street from his house, turn their music up loud, so they knew that he was gonna come outside to complain about it. When he came outside to complain about it, they got him, set him up. The government, allegedly. I'm telling you, man. He the one put that book together. Behold the Pale Horse, telling you about Majestic 12, all this, the secret, working with the Greys and aliens. All he talk about all that stuff in the book, right? Tell us what happened to Bill Cooper, man. Tell us what happened. We already know what happened to Bob Marley. They just not telling us what happened to Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? We already knew what happened to him, but they coming out and saying, "Oh yeah, well, you know, we're gonna release these files on JFK." They just not telling us well, we already knew. Bill Cooper said that William Greer shot him, the driver. And then you roll a tape back in slow motion, you see William Greer shoot him. So all this stuff they coming out and this not coming out with. So why would they come out all of a sudden out of nowhere and tell you about a 12-mile mothership? Just think about that, man. I don't believe it. And I'm an extraterrestrial fanatic. And I just feel like the government full of crap. They ain't never told us nothing. I think this might be a scare tactic on their end, just because they scared. Oh, somebody finna come and get us, help us. Oh no, man! Look, if them people finna come and burn into the ground, tell them, come on. Let's see what they got. Because if you scared, if the Pentagon scared, that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, in a way, if you're talking about extraterrestrials. Yeah, Project Bluebeam. I think the whole game is to run this 12-mile mothership come. Then they say when they pull up, right? Oh, it had pulled up. Then they use the satellite with the high power hologramic beams on it. And then they use the laser weapons like they used to do the California fires recently. And say, oh, they start attacking us with lasers from out of the space. Right? Star Wars, Project Star Wars, Ronald Reagan. They use they use the weapons against their own weapons and say they're extraterrestrials. They can when his mother's so-called lie of his mothership get here, they can then utilize space weapons that they got from 1985, and they upgraded the stuff since Donald Trump. Since Donald Trump first term, they already updated all of this stuff, and now they updating it more now. So by the time 2027 get here, they can start blasting people with lasers and stuff, saying and blame it on extraterrestrials. Right? I'm telling you. And that's why a lot of people now going out to get blue tops on their house. People getting the blue roof on their house because they found out in California that the blue then burned with the laser weapons. Get you a blue roof on your house, man. Get you a blue roof. I'm telling you. They always try to be one step ahead of the public and over our head with this game plan. But we stay ahead of them. We ain't dumb like the answer. Like our ancestors weren't dumb neither. But we smarter than our ancestors. You know what that mean? And like I was telling everybody else, some people gotta learn the hard way. Me, I don't gotta learn the hard way. If you tell me that iron is hot, I already touched it. I tried it. It's hot. I'll take your word for it. And that's how I got ahead of the game, by taking the old head's word. I'll take the old head word for it. The whole head say, I've been down that road. It's a dead end. Hey, man, well, that means I ain't got to waste my time going down that road. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, listen to the old heads. If they tell you it's a dead end, that saves you some time. Hey man, I tried to sell dope, it's a dead end. Oh, I tried to do this, it's a dead end. Tell you. And if you listen, that'll save some time. A lot of young people going through stuff they don't gotta go through. It's because they ain't listening to the old people. The old people already did all. See, look, we'd have been way more advanced if we listened to the answer. Listen to the. See, if you want to get ahead, you gotta listen to the people in the front, or you'll get stuck behind. If you want to get ahead, listen to the people in the front. Who the people in the front? The old folks. They in front of us. And so if you listen to them, you'll get ahead. You listen to the people in the front, you'll get ahead. If you don't, you'll stay behind. So take that and run with it. That ain't from me. That's from Tahuti. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you. And keep in mind, Tahuti's in that papyrus writing everything down. While the Jesus who you talk about, Haru, is taking a being to beat. So Tahuti is a part of that angelical core, when you calling it saying Elohim, the group of gods. Tahuti was one of them. The one that was writing down everything. The angel that was writing down everything. So it's like this. Listen to the old people, man. Get ahead of the game. Stay ahead of the game. You don't gotta go touch their eyes. Somebody already did it. And they said it's hot. Hey, we'll take your word. I'll take your word for it. Because look, if you tell me something, but then you got some people that'll tell you, hey, don't do it because they don't want you to get. It's they'll tell you do something that's bad. Those not the real good old people, right? Those not the real old people. So you gotta know that. We had to get ready to get off, man. So yeah, we'll be back. You already know. Young TV, man. Peace and love. Pretty much teacher Dr. Malakazi York. Wadu. Never have it been made so clear.